Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Orchard Place Lakes in Kent today. Going to be testing some new baits out by Dynamite Baits. They're the new hybrid wafters. They come in a 5mm and a 7mm. So all the information about those is going to be down below in the comments. So please let me know what you think of this video. Hit me up down there, and please guys, don't forget to give it a little like. It really helps the channel. And this year, this half of the next year, I'm going to really push it as much as I can, and I hope you continue to enjoy my videos. And please, like I said, keep smashing that like button for me. It really keeps it going. So let's get the gear out the car and let's get to the lake. Right, we're at the peg guys, lake 6, and we're on the spit. It's a bit like a horseshoe shaped lake, and a spit down the middle. Lots of islands dotted about, and these are what we're going to be testing today. These are the Dynamite hybrid wowsers. Really neon-y colours. We've got white and pink and orange and yellow. I've got them in a 5 and 7. Let's see if we can have a few. The mix for today is 2mm pellets by Dynamite, F1 sweet. This is what we're wrapping around the feeder, and then we've got the hybrids in the middle for them, hopefully, them fish to pick out and get up here on the bank and show themselves. Right, we're going to start with a 5mm pink and white and see how we go from there. First impressions, nice and soft. Some wafters can be really hard and you bend your bait spikes, or you just absolutely have a nightmare with them, they break up. These, first impressions, out of the tub, perfect, straight on, no problems at all. Like in all my videos before you've seen them. If you haven't, check them out on the channel, please give them a little look. 2mm pellets, just a slight splattering of them in the bottom of the mould. Pop it in the middle, your hook bait, over the top with some more 2mm. Method feeder on the top, give it a real good hard squeeze. Don't worry about how hard you squeeze it. Pop it out the back, give it one more little squeeze. There we go, ready to go. Because it's so close, only 18, probably about 18 metres, we're going to be underarming today. Unless we have to go out to my left out in open water, then we'll just do the normal cast. So with underarming, get yourself comfortable, pull the feeder into you, round about where your belt is, groin area, and then literally pull it, go to flick the rod out, and as you go to flick, release, straighten the rod up, but the rod has got to be pointing where you want it to go. If you point over here, it's going to go over there. Don't do it sideways like this, it will come round at an arc. It's got to be like this, so it goes straight to where you want it, like a bullet. Here we go, straight in. Get her on the rest, and let's see what happens. Start the old stopwatch. I don't think it'll be long guys, because there's a lot of fish milling about. Not on the top at the moment, which is a good thing, especially for the method. If they're up on the top, then there's no point. I'm not saying you won't catch them, but you're going to get more up in the water than you will down. So indication straight away, so that's the fish coming in, just touching the line as they're going to that noise of that plop of the feeder. As you heard, it went in with a nice gentle plop, it didn't go splashing in, spooking them fish. If you don't get one the first time with method feeder fishing, it's building that swim. So this time of year, in the summer months, the warm months, anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes, I'll be back in, casting again, building a swim. If after say 7, 8, 9, 10 chucks, then I might elongate that time, or I'll try another area. But this is not a have a quick go and forget it if it doesn't work straight away. It's all about building that peg up. Indications again. If you get really violent indications guys, and I mean like pulls it right round and then slams back, then sometimes it's best to reel it in, reset, go again and reset that trap, because that your feeder and hook length has probably been pulled right away from where that feed parcel is, defeating the object of the method feeder setup. Here we go, 1 minute 38, and we're in for our first fish on the new bait. We're not right tight to the island, because you always want a little bit of room, wiggle room to go back if they back right under. And don't think for a minute that them islands where you think it ends, they go under. The carp, everything, and the normal bankside erosion of where the wind blows the water against it, they can be 2, 3, 4 foot under that bank. So lovely little bit of action again. The old Guru Engage Pro, 9 foot. This is the rod you want for waters like this, guys, where you're fishing close. You just don't need a bigger rod. It's just not needed. Not saying you can't use a 10 foot, but a 9 is just perfect for it. Hugging the bottom at the moment. This fish came in really quick. Looks like a mirror. Nope. Nice common. About £4 in the net. Lovely. That's exactly what we want. Nice quick result, and we've got one in the bag. And there we go, guys. Happy days. It's getting back. You don't want to be held up. As the pink and whites work the first go, and the good news is, again, it's another plus for these. Still on. It's been bouncing around in the net with that fish, and it's still got a really good hold on the bait spike. So we go again. No need to put another one on, waste bait. A little bit of pellet again in the bottom. Get it in there. Fill it up. Real tight, hard squeeze. Pop her out. And that one there. See, we just left it a little bit more show just to see if we can get a quicker bite. Not that 1 minute 40 ain't a quick bite. Reset the old stopwatch. Right, get out there. Little indications again straight away. It's always a good sign. That means you've got fish in your area. That's what you want. Sometimes it might mean they're back a bit further and they're just brushing the line. So sometimes you might want to drop back a little bit, but just try and stay where you are. Build an area. Just something for them fish to home in on and just graze over. Don't go chucking all over the place, because all you're doing is spreading your fish. Especially if you're in a competition, in a match. The last thing you want to do is spread your fish. It's no, what I mean by that, there we go. Straight away, 1 minute 24 that time. I think it's only a small fish this time though, but absolutely ripped the rod rest round. Crazy fishing. They're certainly liking the 2mm F1 and the new Wowser combo, that's for sure. Hope you're enjoying this with me, guys. If you are, give it a like, because it does help me. Wrap around it, get it in the bag. There we go. Move that out of the way. Come out in the net. Done the unhooking for us, this one. Nice little sprightly F1. About £2. Let's get him back. And again, it's just like rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Just keep it going. Get that rhythm going, especially if the fish are wanting the feed, then you've got to capitalise on when they're feeding. A good squeeze, pop it out the back. Another thing you can do, like there, you can see it on top this time, put a bit more back in your mould, put your feeder back in, give it a squeeze, and that's called double skinning. One, it gets more bait in the swim, and two, you can bury it. If you haven't put enough at the bottom to start with, you can bury it anyway. Back out. Got a little tangle there. Get rid of that straight away. Don't be snapping any tips off. There you go. That's one top tip there. Always make sure your line isn't tangled around your tip. You cast out, you're snapping tips off. And a tip these days can be 15, 20 quid. So a top tip for your tips. Again, put it into your stomach, flip it out, plop her in, get it down on your rest, and wait for carnage. reset that stopwatch. Keep watching the video because I'm going to have the chest cam on a bit later in the video, so you're going to see some, hopefully, savage action, nice up and close. Little drop back, that means the feeder could have been moved back towards us, but it's tightened straight back up again. So I'm going to give this, because the other bites have been about less than 2 minutes, I'm going to give it to about 3.5, 4 max, bring in, rebait, recast. Because you don't know, it might be laying on a rock, it might be trapped, just you never know what's going on out there. It'd be lovely if we could, because we'd be the best anglers in the world. The brilliant thing of having a stopwatch, it allows you to control your session. Without one of those, you just don't know what's going on. Your bait could have been at 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and in competition fishing especially, every minute is essential for you doing well in that competition. But even on a day out, it enables you to see, and there are patterns, no matter what people say, these fish do have bite times, 100%. If you've got any questions about what I'm doing, or something you want to see in another video, then hit me up in the comments as well, guys, because that really helps me put more content that you're going to want to watch. Here we go. 2 minutes that time. She swung around aggressively. Come straight towards me, these fish. Little dark common, so full of energy to fish in here. Bearing in mind they get fish for a lot in this place, they're proper healthy, and that's a credit to the owners. There he is, nice little dark fish, and the old wowser hanging out of his mouth. Let's get him unhooked. Right in the bottom lip, get him unhooked, there we go, let's get him back. Right, let's get back out there. In she goes, restart the old stopwatch. As you can see, you can really build a weight for anyone that's new to method feeder fishing or thinking about it. Straight away, 18 seconds. They are certainly loving this combination. It's just spooked a really big fish under that tree as well. Hopefully we'll get amongst those. Might have to come shorter for them and down the edge later, but shh, don't tell everyone my secrets. Small mirror this time. But again, we're building a weight, No, common again. I need to get my eyes tested, guys. Absolutely going mental. They've got the aerators on here today, and it is clearly waking them up. Big open mesh net as well you want when you're fishing with bait spikes and stuff. Yes, there we go. I don't know if he's going to let us hold him up, but we'll try. There we go. Had a bit of a heron attack or something, but there we go. Another 4-pound fish. For short chucks up to 20 to 30 metres, Anything from that, fishing method down the edge or method in front of you, over the pole line or short, just a couple of rod lengths out. My main go-to setup is the Guru Engage Pro 9 foot. I've got that to a 4000 Daiwa 4012 tournament reel, and I'm using 8-pound Guru Pulse mainline. I have a Daiwa NZON 20 gram feeder. You can go up to a 30 gram if you want to go out, but this rod just don't need it unless it's really windy. But then I would change to a hybrid weight change feeder where I can add weight. These are also by Daiwa to get me out that little bit further or cut through the wind. Hook length is 019 Guru Engage with a QM1 size 12, and there we've got a Dynamite Wowser 5mm on there, and that's what we're going to be trying out. The connection between hook length and mainline is a Guru speed bead. I'll show you these up close and the tie in the rig in another video. Literally, when you've got an island, them fish are just patrolling around it. They'll be going up and down it, sitting under this tree possibly, or this reed patch that sticks out. They're hearing the plop and they're going into it, or coming out from underneath, and then they'll go round and they might go around over that side of the lake and then come back round again. But they are fish holding spots, and that's why lakes with them like this, I just think it just gives people more chances to catch fish rather than just one area being dominant. That's what I like about this place. They're all around this lake. But even to be fair, in the open water, if you get them going on the pellet wag or even in the method, there's a guy over there who's been catching them on the method today, just fishing short. Another tip, if it does go a bit quiet, not that it has at the moment, just have a couple of some 6s, depending on the distance, or 8mm pellets, 3 or 4, and just ping them over the same area you're fishing. Right, you just that noise and just ping them over where you're fishing roughly, and that noise again will attract more fish into the area if it goes a bit quiet. Just like that, 3 or 4, blop blop blop, exactly over where I've just cast. Another top tip, I said 3 chucks with a 5mm yellow and orange. I'm now going to put the 7mm on just to see if that happens, or they just prefer the white and pink at the moment. Or it may be that I just need to cast more regularly and build that swim up again, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video. We will see. Feed a little line down the margin as well. As you know me, if you're watching in my previous videos, I love a bit of margin action with the method feeder. Can't resist it. Just popping the odd little ball of 2mm pellets down there, just a couple of 8mm, just to make some noise. Just any fish that are out there, just to bring them in to that area. Small mirror this time. There we go, one little mirror, about 2.5 pounds. Sometimes it might be you have to go closer to the island or come down the shelf a bit. It's just keep your options open, but don't do it too early in the session unless you're just not getting any bites or they just dry up completely. Then think about options. But sometimes you'll get 5 or 6 in a row, maybe more, then it will shut off. But doesn't mean they're not there. It's just keep going with it. Just might have to extend out your bite time, and that's again where the stopwatch comes in. Yeah, but that was back on the 7mm white and pink. So we have a couple more back on that, and then we're going to go back on the orange and yellow just to see. And this could really show you guys that colours can be so important. Make sure it's got a really good squeeze on it. Get that line sunk to the crosswind again to come back. So it's a little bit short, that cast this time. The last one was probably within a foot of the island. I'm probably about 2 foot back. So we'll see how it goes. Give it a few minutes, and then if we need to go tighter to the island, we will do. Didn't quite give it enough compression on the rod when I let go. But again, this is what it's as well, it's all practice as well. But like earlier on, I was hitting it perfectly. But don't beat yourself up. Don't make one or two, especially if you're new to it. Go. Fish on. 1 minute 15 seconds. They definitely like the pink and white Dynamite hybrids. I'm not saying the others don't work, but today, in this session, they want the pink and white without a doubt at the moment. We'll see how that progresses. But as you see on the video, we've had quite a few fish already, and we're going to have a little look down the edge as well, see if that makes a difference. Might get the bigger ones, might turn up down there and want a different colour, you just don't know. But all these fish, they swing left, trying to get out in the open water. They know exactly where they're going to be. Make a bid for escape. Another one. But as you can see, weight building, method feeder, sometimes it's just unstoppable. Let's get him out. Chunky little morsel. I find this a lot with island fishing. Don't always get the biggest fish, but you can get a massive volume of them. And there we go. There we go. Let's get him back. Then just keep an eye on your hook every now and then. Make sure that bait spike's positioned where it should be. I'm so impressed with these little wafters. They're going in lovely, but they're not, you think, oh, that's really too soft, they're going to fly off, or just, you know what I mean, they're not going to stay on. Fishes could pick it up and not take the hook, but to be honest, they're coming back with the fish sometimes, so it's really held well on the bait spike. Let's get back. Yeah, so far really impressed with these pink and whites. They are doing the business. Definitely loving these 2 mils, sweet F1s. Like I said, and these are probably one of my favourite 2 mil pellets to use. Literally 2 minutes, strain them off, leave them for 20 minutes. They are bob on every single time. I've never had a packet that acts any different. There's some darker ones in there, there's ones that are absolutely vibrant yellow, and fish, everything from skimmers, everything up to big carp, absolutely love them. If anybody's interested to know what method feeders I'm using today, they are the Daiwa NZON interchangeable system. So meaning you can change the feeder size and weight without having to undo everything. So there's other ones on the market, but I've always been a fan of Daiwa, Guru, Preston. I've used all the different ones, but I just like the shape of these. They're like a pear, and they just seem to just that wider shape and then fin bit. They fly really well, but hang perfectly on islands, these little 20 grams. Look in the description below and you'll see a link to these where I go into a bit more detail about them. Right, let's get back out there. One more on the pink and white, and then we're going to go back on the yellow and orange just to see what the result is. Well, pink and white, 30 seconds. Crazy. 30 seconds, guys. About 2 foot from the island, so I'm just laying, probably just on the shelf. Job done. go. Happy days. Let's see if we can get one in a yellow and orange for you. Again, they slide straight on with ease. None of this bending your bait spikes or sticking them in your hand where they just jump because the bait's so solid. So the thing with them as well, I know I've got them out today, but when it's really hot, don't do it too often, keep them under cover. Just stops them from like going hard or sweating and just falling apart. Straight back in the old hole. Here's the colour. Just about to get buzzed by a couple of Spitfires, guys. You won't see them, but for me, being a World War II nut, that's a nice sight on a lovely day. Here we go. Got one on the orange and yellow. 55 seconds. Crazy. Trying to run along the island, bury himself under it. Trousers are doing the business. New hybrid, twin colour ones. These are out in the shops now. Check them out. See what you think and let me know in the comments. A nice sprightly comment. Come on. Another one of the 5-6 pounders. No. Come in, come on. Get in there. Yeah. Always grab your spreader block when it's down low, because otherwise you're just going to be snapping your landing pole. Pretty much lots of the average stamping here are this sort of size, so perfect weight builders, 4 or 5 pound easily. 10 fish, 50 pound. Don't take a lot of mass, you can easily do a massive weight very quickly. Absolutely insane. 4 seconds. I didn't even get time to restart the stopwatch. Absolute madness. Well, I can say they don't mind the yellow and orange as well now. Absolute crazy scenes. I think it's time to put the old chest camera on, get a bit of close-up action for you. And that's what it was, one of them super torpedo little black commons. You wanted it before anyone else did. Let's get him unhooked. He weren't coming off, absolutely buried in the bottom lip. There we go. Let's get him back. Right, let's get loaded up. Yellow 7mm going in. Real hard squeeze, out she pops. One more squeeze. I'm going to put a little bit more on that, didn't like that. If your pellets do start to dry out, just flick a little bit of water over them. There we go. Now we're perfect. Right, so as you've seen in the video, we're underarming. We're now up close and personal with a chest cam. So let's see what we can do. Get that line sunk straight away. Just bring this rest round a bit. It's moved. Get it on the rest. Just always try and have a ring behind on the rest like that, just to stop it flying in. Here we go. Fish on, guys. Get some nice up close rod bending action now for you. I know you all love it. You've mentioned it in the videos on my comments. Coming nice and quick, this one. There we go. Your 7mm whales are hanging out of its mouth. It's just knocked off. Get him unhooked. Proper sprightly fish. There we go. Bottom lip. Lovely hook. Only a pound and a half that one probably, but still a fish. Let's get him back. See if we can have another one. Right, let's try the bigger pink 7mm. See what that does. That's what they look like. Look at those. Lovely. That's the 7mm white and pink. If you watch how easy these slide on to the old bayonets, literally like that, middle of the bait, push, bang, in. Push it right up. Make sure it's got a bit of movement on it. And there we go. 2mm in the bottom, as always. A bit over the top. With the hook bait, cover it up like a sandwich. Real hard push. Out she comes, ready to go. One more squeeze and let's go. Right, let's get it out there. So like I said, you want the rod probably the feeder level roughly with the first eye for compressing the rod. You can go more if you want depending on the distance, but that's what I'm doing roughly here today. And then it's easy if you stand up, rod straight where you want it to go, and then flick out, and then in she goes, just like that. Get the line sunk. And we're in within 8 seconds. 8 seconds. Crazy. They certainly love this pink and white. It's bought the fastest bites today. Not saying that the orange and yellow ain't a good option, but the pink and white, absolute carnage. Oh, we've lost her. That was a nice mirror as well. Right, let's get back out there. Make sure that's right in the dead centre like that. Top it up. Make sure that's not all caught up like it is, as you can see. That's the last thing we want. Empty that back out. Right, pellets in. 7mm pink and white, right in the middle. Cover it up. Squeeze as hard as you dare. Pop it out. There we go. Ready to go. Let's go. So round about where the first eye is. Stand up. Flick it out. Feather it in. Over the bank. Sink the line. Reset your stopwatch. Here we go. 34 seconds. There we go. It's still counting down there, guys. I don't know if you can see it. Pink and white again. Just keep your rod low. Bring him towards you, or her. And let the rod do the work under your feet. It's a sprightly little character, this one. Taking me right under there. Not having none of it, this fish. Plenty of power, but say the rod just soaks it up. I've had fish up to double figures on this rod and bigger down the edge. It just takes it. You wouldn't believe it if you saw the size of this blank, if you haven't looked at one of these yet. It's the Guru Engage 9-foot Pro. Feels like another one of them crazy black ones. Yeah, there it is. Another one of them crazy ones, little black ones by the feel of it. Oh, bad netting. Second time, yee. Gotcha. Not even enough time for all the pellets to fully come off the feeder there. Dumped the hook for me, which is nice of him. And there he is. The prize. Let's get him back. See, not even enough time for all that to come off. One more on the island and I think we'll have a look down the edge. See what we can find. Let's have a little go on the orange and yellow 5mm. Straight in. Here we go. Lovely. That is a size 12 QM1, by the way, guys, just so you can see the size against the wafter. It's been perfect, to be fair, for both the 5 and the 7. Pop it out the back. And there we go. Ready to go. Again, into your body, line it up, flick it out, feather it, and plop her in. Get that bail arm over, get that line sunk straight away. Set the old stopwatch down there. And get ready for another one. I think that fish picked that up and dropped it. Nope. We'll let that go around. There you go, look, that fish is on. What was that? 5 seconds again? Crazy. Trying to hug the island. Just try and get him away from there. To keep it low. Running along the island at the moment over there. Feel it. Now he's come away a bit. There we go. It's a ghosty this time, which is coming relatively easily, to be fair. Cracking looking fish. Probably in under 2 minutes from casting out. Under 2 minutes from casting out to Mr. Ghost. Under 2 minutes from casting out to putting a nice little 3-4 pound ghostie in the net. He's chucked the hook, which is nice of him. There we go. I'm not going to hold him up, but just show you in the net. Typical ghost markings on his head. There he is. Nice looking fish. Nice little orange spot on his head as well. There he is. Happy days. He's getting back. There we go. Fish on. 20 seconds again, that fish. Crazy, crazy bites. There he is, with the wafter hanging out the mouth, in the net. Happy days. There we go, with the hook hanging out of his mouth, right there. Perfect bottom lip. Job done. Another nice common. Right, let's have a little look down the edge. Stick with the pink and white. It seems to have brought the faster responses. As I say, I've been feeding it for about an hour down there. So hopefully, it's just gone 3 o'clock. So hopefully there should be a few intruders down there ready to go. Again, this is just a little underarm plop, gentle swing out basically. That's literally as close as we are, just where them little bits of reed are hanging in the water. And like I said, if you've seen my other videos, keep that line slack and one of these rings on the rod behind this rest, because these bites will be savage. You can feed a few light hard pellets over the top if you want, but we'll see what this brings first, just with the method ball. Here we go. Straight away, we're in. Within 20 seconds and this fish is gone. Oh wow, what a day. What a day. We should hopefully start picking up a few of the bigger ones as well. We just throw a couple of pellets just back in there, just to keep the fish coming. It's not a massive fish, probably similar size, but what we've been having out on the island, but just shows you can get them under your feet this time of day. Chunky F1 in the bag. 3 or 4 pellets just flicked out there near where you're fishing. Let's get him up. I think he's already got rid of it, but there you go. 1 chunky F1. Let's get him back. Just like that, straight in the middle. Top it up. Push it down. Get your feeder in. Push the button at the back, pop it out. Ready to go. Again, just a gentle swing back into the position. Get that slack line. Reset the stopwatch. And wait for carnage to unfold. Hopefully. Again, just a couple more of them 8 mils over the top. Just in the area, just to keep any fish coming by down this side or around that corner, just to pull them in. That noise. There we go. 30 seconds. Insane. Under a minute in the net. This is when you really can start to build a weight. Method edge fishing. Just a gentle swing out. Get it on the rest. And to be honest, you don't really need your stopwatch for these. Be surprised how many times it does that as soon as the 8 mils go in. Just makes them hunt again around that method ball, that centre of them 2 mils. Just to search it out. Might be foul at this one, I'm not sure. No, it's in the mouth. Just shot off like an absolute steam train. Yeah, in the bag. Lovely. Yeah. Getting on £5–6. That's the nice size ones. You catch them ones all day. There we go. Fish on. Come out of nowhere sometimes, just nowhere. A little bit longer I had to wait then, but still within a couple of minutes. Just crazy fishing. Again, 3 or 4 8mm, just over the top. There's more than a couple of fish around now, so I want to keep them here for a minute. One of the nicer commons. Nowhere near the biggest stuff in here. In he goes. Yeah. Yeah, one of the, I think it's a massive, chunky F1 by the looks of it. Let's get him unhooked. Yeah, it is. Huge F1. Right in the bottom lip again. Look at that for a hook hole, people. Right in there. Out he comes. Fish on the bank. Thank you very much. Let's get him back. There you go. Fish on. Crazy scenes, people. Crazy scenes. Probably within 35–40 seconds, that fish. Again, it's not massive, but soon build a weight catching fish like that. Nice mirror. Yellow and orange wowser hanging out of its mouth. Let's get him unhooked. Nice hook hold again. Brilliant hook hold. Straight out. There we go. Hee. Again, a couple of 8mm down there, and then just swing it in under that foliage, right in the den, those fish, and wait for carnage. Here we go. In again. Absolute scenes, people, scenes. The 9-foot end gauge, absolutely tearing it up down the edge. Absolutely mad fishing. There he goes. Another chunky warrior. So all these F1s are about 3, some of them are even 4 pound. Just building a massive weight with a simplest of method feeder tactics. Just so rewarding for such a simple method. Well guys, the day has come to an end. I've had a brilliant session down here at Orchard Farm in Kent, catching on the Dynamite hybrid wowsers in the pink and white, orange and yellow, with a 2mm combination of pellets on the method, down the edge and across to the island over there. And I've had an amazing day. So check these baits out, guys. They are certainly worth it. They are doing the business for me today, and I'm sure they will again. See you in the next one.